Hey, so lady, this is your geography test now. Population density. Population density is the measurement of how many people there are in an area. We usually write density measurements as people per square kilometer or square mile. We say that places with only a few people in relation to the land available are sparsely populated areas. So this is an area where there's only a few people compared to the land. Sparsely populated areas are often areas in which it is difficult to live. These are usually places where it is too hot, too cold, too wet, too dry, too mountainous, and too rugged, etc. Places that are densely populated have many people crowded in an area. Example, cities of the world are densely populated areas. Places that are densely populated are habitable, low-land areas with moderate climate. Population distribution. Population distribution describes the way in which people are spread out across the world's surface. World population distribution is uneven. So, where do most people live? People prefer to live in low-lying areas, even though there's a risk of flooding. We often show population distribution by means of a dot map. Each dot represents about 500,000 people. Large numbers of people live in favorable regions of the world. A population density map makes it easy to see which areas are densely populated. A choropleth map is used to show population density. It uses shading or colors to show areas with the same population density. Why is the world's population so unevenly spread? Here are the factors influencing population density and distribution. Physical factors: accessibility, navigable rivers and coastlines that are easy to reach; relief, low-lying areas are preferred rather than mountain areas; soil fertility, if the soil is fertile, more people can make a living; climatic conditions that are uncomfortable or aggressive bring less people and no farming; natural vegetation, a shortage of this leads to overgrazing or less people; presence of minerals such as gold, diamond, coal attracts people. Here are some of the human factors. Technology. In technologically advanced countries, many secondary and tertiary industries develop, which may lead to dense populations. Religious and cultural factors. People are happier when they live near people who share their beliefs. History. The rise and fall of civilizations has affected the distribution of people. Economic factors. Developments in general and infrastructure attract more people and businesses. Politics. Government and local policy can affect population. Example, apartheid. Demographic factors. Natural population growth and population movement affect population distribution and population density. So now we're going to look at population structure. Birth and death rates are two important measurements to describe population. The birth rate, this is the rate of the number of births per 1,000 people per year. So the birth rate is the number of births per 1,000 people per year. The death rate is the annual number of deaths per 1,000 people. Birth and death rates vary between developed and developing countries. Birth rates affects how governments spend money on education and healthcare systems. So if you wanted to calculate the birth rate, it would be the total number of births times 1,000 divided by the population. If you wanted to calculate the death rate, it would be the total number of deaths times 1,000 divided by the population. The fertility rate is the number of children the average woman will have during her lifetime. The rate of natural increase is the birth rate minus the death rate times 100 divided by 1,000. If the birth rate is much higher than the death rate, then there is a great rate of natural increase and the population will grow quickly. A natural increase isn't the only reason why populations may grow. A country's population size can also change because of migration. So what makes population change? So demographers use the birth, death, life expectancy, fertility, and natural increase when studying the population. So here are the factors that make populations grow and change. The birth rate. the death rate, life expectancy, fertility rate, and the natural increase. The Human Development Index, HDI, uses indicators of income, education, and life expectancy to create a single value. We then use this index of value to rank countries according to their development. So, the population structure is the way the population can be divided into groups. So, knowing the population structure is the way governments help